More money is coming to areas hit hard by Harvey.
Today, Governor Abbott signing 4 bills into law for relief and disaster aid. Adam Bennett has more on when folks can see all the money.
2 of the dozens of Harvey-related bills passed this session by state lawmakers include funding. And 2 years later, it's money that both local leaders and Harvey survivors say they still need.
Governor Abbott signed the bills this morning inside the North Houston Gallery furniture store that was converted to a shelter during Harvey. House Bill 5 requires the state to create a catastrophic debris management plan and training. House Bill 7 helps communities plan for disaster waivers and contracts. Senate Bill 6 teaches governments how to navigate through post-disaster red tape, and it also creates a loan program. And then finally, Senate Bill 7 provides $1.6 billion in matching funds to pull down federal dollars for Harvey relief, along with money to pay for flood mitigation projects. Governor Abbott says cities and counties still recovering from Harvey can get that money today.
Let's say it's matching funds, for example. They have to show that they have either applied for and been approved for and or have received the federal side of that, and then the state will match up. The state obviously would not provide the matching funds if the federal component part of it has not been drawn down.
Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner says these new bills invest more than $200 million into the city's recovery programs. He says it also maxes out the federal dollars they can draw down.
And this November, Texas voters will decide whether to create one of the funds that was included in these new bills. It would pay for drainage and flood control projects. Reporting from downtown, Adam Bennett, KHOU 11 News.